atmosphere, and the fireworks go off courtesy of Standard Fireworks. That's a tremendous sight here in England. And the neighbours will be complaining, Phil, as they did last week, but it's tough.
Well, I don't know how the players cope with this, but certainly we can't hear ourselves think. But it must be fantastic as a player running out to this kind of thing. Last year the Leeds players ran out to muted crowds and quiet stadiums. Nothing could be further from that tonight. It's fireworks aplenty, and the Leeds team are on the pitch.
Here comes St Helens, led by Bobby Golding, and a great cheer from their supporters who are mainly at the scoreboard end behind the post, and they'll be giving their side a really big round of applause this evening. And just looking at the Leeds team on the field there, a big night tonight for St Helens, who's obviously coming into the side. You can't leave a class player like Yestin out of the game, and he's really looking forward to playing. Speaking to him yesterday, he can't wait to get started tonight. He really is enjoying his time at Leeds. He's fitted in well, the lads think he's great, he's fitted in well as a person as well as a player. And he's got a big future in the Leeds club, and he's a catalyst, I think, for what we could say is a Leeds revival. We've talked about him many times before, but really, it fills in the goals as well as Jamie Cunningham.
That's right. I suppose for Yestin last week he proved to all the public that he's worth the money that's been shown out for. He's not 21 yet.
St Michael's Associate Sponsor, Computer Assessment, Match Ball Sponsor,
Yes,
Informing Decorations
Who's just kicked the ball into the touchline side there. Marcus Sinclair, he's number one on the Leeds score list. He's playing on the left wing tonight, right wing for us out. And what a tremendous battle he's going to have with Alan Hunt, who's also on that side of St Helens. So I think it's we're looking for a big game from Marcus Sinclair tonight. He just looked really keen now. Originally playing from away Saturday on in the north stand, will be playing towards the pavilion end. Welcome to people on the video. You'll be getting the radio commentary for this game today. I hope you enjoy it. I'll tell you Bobby Golding just getting in the mix at the kicker final. Nick Thomas, it could have been a fairly pass from Golding to Matati, but anyway, the referee's let it go. St Helens are already starting to play the type of football if I know if I play the ball. Just more with slight disregard for the fact that he was on his own line through the ball. But St Helens are over the 20 metres, and I think that's Ian Pickens, is it? In fact, it's true. St Helens put the ball out. What Collins is it not there? He's probably right.
And St Helens not out there on quarter the first four tackles, and it's disciplined defensively. We don't have any penalties now.
And we must make sure that they keep St Helens pinned up here. Big run in there from Paul Colleen, probably the best block in Super League with the second.
Yeah, right now the coach's team is the best for last year.
He's a world-class player, passes the ball and kicks it down the field, and it's picked up by Damien Gibson as well. Tommy Martin will put the ball around the field, and Damien Gibson runs the ball back almost down the field, just 6 or 7 metres inside his own left of the field. Sterling coming inside, takes the ball, and it's good running from the wall. He kept a high tackle around Robert Cornish as they were across the shoulder, and that's great if he's going to be consistent. Mercer there, running up forward, running strong. Great tackle on Mercer there from number 20, Tommy Martin.
Again, Leeds making ground, and now first of the second leg, and St Helens did in there. That's the first penalty.
That's the first penalty.
Leeds for goal scoring.
Well, we can go on the pictures on the touchline side. Bob, a tremendous atmosphere tonight at Headingley.
Yeah, great crowd here. Looks like it's for the champions, obviously, and hopefully for a good night's football.
So you'll be hearing more from Bob as we go through tonight's game with St Helens. Yestin Harris, I think, is going to kick it goal, and that would be the perfect start for Leeds.
Yeah, would settle his nerves and would be the perfect start.
So it's about 35 metres out. It's perfectly straight in the middle of the course. In fact, it could ever go anywhere in the middle of the field. Harris, a good kicker, a kicker of Sunday now. He kicked his first points for Leeds last week. Set up a try for West Ham with his virtually his first touch of the ball, and converted himself. And we saw also going low and popping 3 goals over last week. But just watching now as Yestin lines the ball up. He's got number 13. That's his squad number, and some say that might be a prelude to the position that he eventually plays for Leeds, the old number 13 being loose forward.
Well, it could be lucky 13. Kicks on its way.
And it is lucky 13. Leeds then open the score.
Perfect start now on second moves. A good set of 6 runners there, and a big reward. Yestin Harris makes his mark within 2 minutes.
That's right.
And a successful penalty for the Leeds Rhinos, number 13, St Helens.
St Helens is there, so the crowd will go well with that because he really has immediately become a good crowd favourite here. But in the short space of time, there'll be a lot of anticipation around the city that Weston is going to be a big star in the future. Gets the ball, kicked off and down the field, and down the building, just works and goes through. You've got Fangio and Matati running out. Matati runs at Philisan, and that's not the best decision because Philisan is a great tackler, a great cover defender for Philisan. Paulo Pellegrini straight on top and straight through Ray Collins and straight through Gary Mercer. That's a flick from the Paulo Pellegrini. Leeds have conceded a penalty for having another goal in the tackle. So penalty's coming thick and fast at the moment. Little puts the line right on attack deep down in Leeds quarters. Tommy Martin finds touch just inside the Leeds half of the field. With 6 tackles to go. It's even meters inside the Leeds half of the field. Kieran Cunningham he's given the ball by Danny Arnold, and the ball goes sailing past him and out into the middle of the field. That's not pleased. Cunningham has had to retrieve it himself, and it also stops St Helens from making the initial break which they wanted to do. And again, Hassan comes in and knocks Perlini down. Good defence from Leeds.
Leeds have got to watch Powell now because he showed down the damage he can do.
So Leeds running the football. Chris Jones comes storming on top of Tommy Martin pass, but again, good defence in the middle of the field from Leeds. Should have done. Richie Blackmore is coming off the centre to do a bit of defending in the middle of the field. Carl Hammond, lovely ball to Chris Morley, and Morley's brought down again, good defence from Leeds.
Good sliding work.
St Helens and 3 tackles of Leeds. Basically about 15 metres now on the Tati, a quick play to go off the ball. And again, Leeds have conceded a penalty. Martin said it was having another goal out of the Tati, got to play the ball, and it's twice we've seen 2 hits this hour.
Just like you know, ladies and gentlemen, programmes are available around the ground season price £2. And also outside the main building. Thank you.
The chance of Bobby Gordon kicking St Helens level.
Yes, and it's as we'd expected, this game started off in rip-roaring fashion. And Bobby Gordon, who kicks off one of the newfangled kicking tees, and one of the sound that St Helens favours, is just lining the ball up now. It should be a simple kick for somebody who Bobby Gordon's capabilities. It is not an easy kick, it's 20 metres in from touch, and it's about 26, 27 metres back from the Leeds line. It's on the north stand side here at Headingley, and Bobby Gordon is just about to kick the ball towards the scoreboard answer. St Helens are found their backs to the pavilion, and Leeds with their backs to the scoreboard in Headingley. But Gordon now strikes the ball, it's perfectly straight, and through the middle, so St Helens 2, Leeds 2 at the moment, and Gordon's penalty just
penalty success for St Helens, number 7, Bobby Goulding.
Penalty from Eastern Hills. So Leeds have now got to work the ball up from the line for this is the first time they've had to do this.
Yeah, and it's going to be the first big test for them. Certainly Leeds need a charge similar to the likes of Paulo Pellegrini, and Leeds kicked off to St Helens and he drove them out of defence and gained the position for ultimately the penalty that Goulding's just put over.
Goulding puts the ball downfield, Damien Gibson looks like it to be underneath it. He does indeed, gives it to Anthony Farrell, and Farrell up to the 10-metre line, that's all, before he's brought down in a 2-man tackle of Perlini and Kieran Cunningham. Mercer now. It was almost a step down, but great defence from Perlini, because if Mercer had gone away from Perlini, there was a play through in front of him. And Goulding just doing the body in the background, or the traffic policeman behind the front line of defence, which leaves a gap. Leeds go further extend to in the tackle point, but Goulding immediately looking for the kick over. Now trouble immediately St Helens defence up to half-field. It's a good sort of 3, 4, 5 tackles from Leeds. Collins finds Harris, and Harris puts the kick in. Over the top, splits the defence of Danny Arnold, and the full-back Steve Prescott.
Chase not really quick on the fence, giving Arnold enough time to catch the ball. Good hit by the way from Adrian Morley.
Yes, big hit from Adrian Morley. That's the 0 tackle. And Anthony Sullivan over on this wing. Over on the north stand side, should I say, coming from the far side, caught by fellow Welshman Harris. With the ball back to Goulding, and St Helens looking to move the ball to the opportunity, and Goulding's tackling and doesn't have been tackled there.
No, the more you can tackle Bobby Goulding in possession, the more St Helens will start to misfire.
Julian O'Neill. Great defence from Adrian Morley, and Jalen Matthew again.
Good set of 6 from Leeds.
Chris Jones. Collins, Fowler, and Matthew again, who's having a big first few minutes in this game. Cunningham shuts off defender there, and Chris Morley going through, using Carl Hammond as a shield, and steps out of the tackle. That's poor defence from Philisan that time. Up to the last tackle now. And Goulding again, will put the ball up. And St Helens are chasing. It's a big test for Damien Gibson. And he's picking up the ball with Blackmore. think Leeds would have had the penalty there and got ball going nowhere else. Beckwell falls over the tackle of Julian O'Neill, and now it's Paul Sterling's turn to put it in the middle of the field. And Leeds complaining bitterly while supporters at St Helens miles offside at that tackle, and this time he's done one, and it's pointed out wide, it's St Helens, and Leeds got the penalty, and that's a bit of relief.
Yeah, Leeds needed that 2 penalties each in these opening 10 minutes, and Leeds will just take the settle again. St Helens only 20, but showing his maturity, just slowed it down, put the ball on the floor, spoke to his colleagues, told them exactly what was expected just before we got the ball put into touch.
And just the same football game as Leeds come on the charge with man in the cellar, and the blasted out of the air, and Watford leading even at the 2 penalties to nil, 4 points to nil in the scoreboard. It's Hughes coming in from Central Park. And O'Neill looking up to concede another penalty. St Helens just dropping off for Anthony Farrell. And I like St Helens again this week. He's in first receiver, organising things. Colin Jones shot by burst through a couple of tackles now. Oh, tremendous play from Adrian Moore. Well, so through a couple of would-be tackles there. Collins out to Collins Harris. And he looks to put the ball out for Sheridan. Sheridan's lost the football. Couldn't take the ball, overran. Something's going on there.
Made a score from Central Park, Wigan Warriors 0, Bradford Bulls 4.
Leeds not coming after a great break for Adrian.
From St Helens, which finished just outside the South 20. And this game is following a similar pattern to last year, which I think isn't for the end of the game, but Leeds were certainly on top in the first stages until Neil Harmon went off injured.
That's right, as soon as they conceded the first try, the front gates open, but this defence looks like Leeds this year.
A big tackle there on the collar from Adrian Moore, and looked to be enough corner, but up to that by Kieran Cunningham. And certainly Vila Tautia wants to get his act together on the corner balls, because that's twice he's played the ball while his hands have been on the floor, and that's not allowed now, and Robert Connolly needs to get a grip on the situation. Leeds conceded the penalty the first time, and really the penalty could have gone the other way. Tommy Martin steps through, gets the ball back, that's on the corner. Oh, come on Robert Connolly, Bobby Golden calling up the ball forward with his hand, the crowd going Brazil, and Robert Connolly has played to go. So Shannon's on the last tackle, he's seen the danger there, Bobby Golden puts a little chip over. Adrian Moore picks up for Leeds, what a clever there.
And really the full out from Bobby Golden, from Adrian Moore and Bobby Golden's chip there.
Offside again, Julian O'Neill, Whitmore takes the ball, that's got to be a penalty, and that should be a sin bin in there, because that player was nowhere near, he took the ball, Bobby Golden's having a word to say to referee, but the sin bin should have been used there for.
Yeah, professional foul, deliberately stopped Whitmore going and throws it, but because Mr. Connolly wasn't ready for the penalty, he's decided to take no action.
Mr. Connolly should be ready for the penalty, because the like to take the penalty as soon as he watches Mr. Connolly been spoken to, he's already been spoken to, it was a clear offside, and Leeds pulled back there for something that's really, should have been in the single for. Jerry Matthews drives the ball forward, Leeds 35 metres from the St Helens line, over on the south stand side, just moving the ball back there. That's great play from Harris, stepping inside, he's well tackled there.
And that's where you like to see him coming on the ball from deep. So I think he can create a lot of damage from that situation.
Red Collins finds Ryan Children, should even drops inside for Fuller Side. Williams there, the tackle corner from the side, and gets it, a really copy there from Colin Cunningham and Chris Morley. Mercer now taking the ball, picks up the ball, going Mercer. Looks to offload, connects, there's a twist and turns in the tackle.
And he's still held on to the ball all the time against Wigan. They tried to throw passes that weren't on.
And it's 30 metres from the St Helens line. Harris puts a chip forward into the corner. He's for chasing there, Damien Gibson's chasing. Steve Prescott's pigs over that one. And he's all fingers and thumbs of the finger the ball. And he's actually had to kick the ball, and it was a great kick there.
And Steve Prescott there taking the safe option. It's really was a final judge kick from yesterday right into the corner. That's another variation he brings to the Leeds play. His kicking is excellent.
He's probably one of the best kickers in the game from the play. Halfway from the drop out, Anthony Farrell driving forward, looking straight into Julian O'Neill and Apollo Cunningham. Grant Collins was a great organiser as it came half the Leeds. He looked to give the ball to Gary there, so he comes up short, one off the ruck, and Leeds just using the forwards to move out wide. Reaching there, the pace which Connor there, he comes up short, for Ryan Sheridan's
Good move, that works well. Matthew right on the shoulder of Sheridan.
Yes, again, now looks to go himself, steps through, a couple of tackles there. Still going yesterday, he's 6-7 metres short of the St Helens line in the St Helens post. Helens moving the ball up to his right. With Ryan Sheridan, shots a ball there. Oh, that's knocked down in the two-man tackle. It looked like Adrian Morley dropped the football, certainly there was no hint of the ball being pulled out, and Robert Connolly was right on the spot, didn't think so, and he's given the head and ball to St Helens to be the first.
Latest score from Central Park, Wigan 2, Bradford 4.
It was a tight ball from Sheridan, right into the got going on really, and just couldn't hold on to it.
10 minutes gone then. It's Leeds 2, St Helens 2. And from Central Park, the news is that Bradford now lead Wigan 4 points to 2. Wigan hit the back of the corner. St Helens got the first scrum head and ball of the game. Matauti brings the ball up to the 20 metres, and now it's out with Chris Morley. And tackle there by Jigger, but he gets the ball and the tackle and that's it. That's it, Chris Morley's playing this evening. It wasn't there. Steve Prescott.
But again, it's something that St Helens do very, very well. They're always capable of slipping the ball away, and he's got to watch that.
Missed the ball in the tackle. Kicked on round and really should have been there. Aston, they've got the ball back there, and it's going to be the 0 tackle. Just no control of scored, and it was a force there.
Yeah.
The power of the tackle knocked the ball out of Connolly's hands. It's stolen really football for Leeds. He's run up through Hallamont. Hallamont brings him down at the second attempt. Leeds 30 metres from the St Helens line, pressing strongly now. With Anthony Farrell driving forward. And up to the 20 metres, that's really good drive from Anthony Farrell. Collins is in the dummy half. He'll move the ball to Harris. Back to Sheridan. Sheridan now finds Harris. Harris looking for Lassan coming round. But Matauti read the play well there. And certainly Phil Hassan felt the weight of Matauti's tackle.
And again, credit Phil Hassan for still trying to look for a way of getting the ball out, even though he's going backwards. It's a great one from Marcus St Helens. Spotted it back to
Takes down to that 20 metre area. Now yesterday this is the ball on his hands, and it's a good try for Leeds. Preston Cook comes in there. Sterling's in for the try! Sterling's in for the first try for Leeds!
It's try time! Number 2, Paul Sterling!
Goes over about halfway between the post and the touchline. And what a great response by Leeds. Super try.
Paul Sterling when he got the football there. He really had that the far side of the field to himself. That was one option that Savannah certainly won't take him. And all credit to Paul Sterling for leading yesterday's pursuit program.
Magnificent play and spot on kick. Couldn't have taken a penny better for him.
Yesterday's now just created the time. Now tries to add only 2 points to give Leeds an 8 points to 2 advantage. And it's been a bright start for the Rhinos tonight. A very bright start. Some great hits on defence and some fantastic yards made on the team. Culminating in that try. Harris strikes the ball well now. Picks it up and moved the way there. So he drops down for 100%. 2 from 3, so that puts him at something like 66% now. We've got the Pickles on the bench. A tremendous move there, and obviously Paul Sterling read the play very well of Western Harris.
Just like I say, that was class. Well worked move. Beautiful kick, all by were perfect.
Everybody doing well, great start there for Matauti. Takes the ball on his own line, on his own track, the ball line, and can race it up to the 20 metres. That's good play, but that was a great kick-off because it put Matauti with all sorts of pressure. If he'd have missed that, that would have gone dead.
And I think Leeds are going to play on the fact that Matauti is coming to the game late, and they're going to give him as much work to do as possible. Leeds possibly with a problem here with Wayne Collins slow to get up after that tackle.
Yes, he felt the full force of Apollo Connolly, the same as McCallum was making sure he's okay. And Collins at the moment on the Leeds line, a good play there again from Jones. Gets the ball back on Leeds, coming up towards halfway, but he's well knocked up by Anthony Farrell.
And I think fortunately for Leeds, from what we've seen of Julian O'Neill, he isn't Derek McVeigh. He's an up and down the field, straight, no nonsense prop, but he's not going to be slipping the ball out the tackle. Last tackle, Saints kicking, not a good one.
It wasn't a good one. Marcus St Helens almost made a reel of that one.
And Carl Hammond going in with his thigh to Marcus St Helens. The touch judging referee missed that, but that looked pretty blatant to me.
Was it good indeed? And well, that's all right, because Leeds like to play it rough these days, as we said earlier on Radio Live.
Well, I think it's just a sign of the sense of getting knocked out.
That's right, and if Robert Corner's prepared to put a bit of rough stuff, then Leeds can dish it out as well as receive it. And I thought Trevor Watson's coming in the evening post. You look to see the action from now on the side just being tackled. But Leeds for years have been a soft touch. The first time they're not a soft touch after years of suffering abuse at the hands of people like I'll break off now because somebody fouls it for Tony Mooney's in the goal. Tony Mooney's in on there. William Collins in the goal now. Finds Justin Harris. Harris puts the ball out to Morley. It's Adrian Morley runs through the tackle of Prescott. Gets the ball out to Collins. Collins just drives forward. Up to the 10-metre line. And this time it's Tony Matthew finds Justin Harris again. Louis fatigue a step from Harris. And that forward there. And that's going to be there. 6 more tackles for Leeds. They don't need them because Paul Taylor's picked up the ball. 6 more, says the referee. 7 more. Oh, it's got to be a penalty there, Leeds. A real dirty tackle round the head. And I think it was Julian O'Neill who was guilty of the tackle.
And it's going to be very, very interesting to see what Mr. Conway does say, because on the basis of all the press that's gone on beforehand, I don't think there was any great intent now to storm about straight back up, but he's either going to have to put him out, it is a report, so he's going to crop out and put him on the report.
Yes, it wasn't Kieran Cunningham that made the tackle, it seems to be Kieran Cunningham. It's difficult to see because that was at the far side of the ground. And I just say now that before that Trevor Watson's piece, after years of being abused by Bradford and bowled around by a big Bradford packer, which Carl Fairbanks was rampant, and such as John Owen dished out the rough stuff. The first time Leeds did it, we've got Chris Casey and Matthew Elliott losing out, still pigs. That's right. And it's really good to see because that obviously hurt Bradford goals, and that's what I like to see. And I think everyone in the ground tonight, including St Helens, would love to see Bradford goals scoring.
Yeah, they used to be called the Steam Pigs.
That's right, it's brilliant pigs this time because it really was unbelievable to see the attitude of Chris Casey and Matthew Elliott when for years in Chris Casey's time, Carl Fairbanks and John Hurley and such forwards is that really dished out the rough stuff. And particularly, I remember one particular game here where Carl Fairbanks was sent off for a real ride up on Richard Gunn, which led the Leeds up and out was kind of on a stretcher. So anyway, back to the action tonight. Gissing Harris attempts to put Leeds 8 points to 2 ahead. And the referee puts him on report.
A cop-out.
Yes, he should, because it was a real nasty tackle that. And Kieran Cunningham could miss Wembley for that, ought to miss Wembley for that, I might add. Harris can go successfully for Leeds. Leeds 8, St Helens 2. It'll be interesting to see if we get nearer with situations like that, whether they want to say anything's done about it, because that was far worse than anything Barry McDermott did in any single moment.
Successful penalty for the Rhinos, number 13, St Harris. Rhinos 8, St Helens 2.
So the microphone has gone off for some reason, and it'll be interesting to see now. And just check the connectors are rolling on for. Not much on the phone, we've got a technical problem, let me try and put that right through. Bit later on. Interesting to see what's happened there. Anyway, calling up a penalty from me. And seem to come back to life a bit then. Leeds get caught for offside. 4 penalties all at the moment.
So I was just saying that I think you have to say that Mr. Conway copped out there on that penalty decision, because it wasn't as if he was far away from the play. Normally when you put a player on report, perhaps you didn't see the instant, he was right over it, and to me a high tackle like that is either a sending off offence or it isn't. It's not one for putting a player on report.
That's right, and I think it's just that he must have had it in his mind and it seems to be a longer in 3 weeks' time, and possibly won't want to be in. But if Barry McDermott and Brian McDermott got 3 and 4 matches respectively, then Kieran Cunningham should be missing Monday. But we will see when the discipline will come up. Oh, great tackle from Adrian Morley. Kieran Cunningham finds Bobby Golden running across the field, looks for runners, finds an orange, and spinning, twisting in the tackle, this side of Danny Morris, it's all on his floor, almost there. What a great tackle from Ryan Sheridan. Again, the referee's penalised for absolutely nothing at all there. And he's now calling the captain over. Well, if he sends Ryan Sheridan for this, he ought to have sent the Silence to the symbol. That is ridiculous.
I think this is probably going to find a warning maybe, but next time anybody interferes, it'll be a penalty, but
looks to are we going for goal for? No, it's the lead, it's 40. They're looking under the microphone.
So it'll be interesting to see St Helens not going for goal.
St Helens running the football, with the player calling, and he's looking to Really pleased with his brought down there. A good tackle from the St Helens. Leeds Rhinos move the ball out to their right. Inside ball, so it's out to Willie. Comes rampaging through. But a good tackle from Wayne Collins. Tommy Martin moving the ball. Bobby Gordon. It's really dangerous there. Hooks through the back. Looks a forward pass. And Sullivan back to Anthony Sullivan. And Sullivan's held up short there. Surely he's held up short. The in-goal touch. Goes away. What's he doing there? The knock-on for Sigurdsson. Great defence from Leeds. Causing the knock-on to go away. And he's got the penalty. Good movement impact since we're looking at.
Well, I don't know how Richie Blackmore managed to keep Alan Hunt out there. It was a super piece of play between Martin and Dolan to get Hunt away. It was all on a score, and somehow Blackmore caught him and pulled him back. And then from the play, the ball got him over for the try.
Yeah, running there from Jamie Matthew, who takes play out of the 20 metres. Ryan Marcelo now, we've not seen very much of Ryan Marcelo on the attack this evening. He's certainly had a big game in defence, but he's not on the ball that he's normally fluent to. Looking to get the other outside there, catching down with a bit of a shoulder tackle. There's nothing in it at all. Ben Collins finds Sullivan from Matthew. And sometimes closing Leeds down. That's good defence from St Helens. Leeds in the middle of the field. Just midway between their own line and their half-wall line. Very nice up to reduce that deficit. Ball strolling in the tackle there. Looked to be a touch of offside as well from St Helens. As Mercer didn't have control, but St Helens looked to move the football to the line and drops inside for Ireland, who's got the on-the-paw spin off to finally think that's the third time he's done it this evening.
Yeah, every time he's done it, he's looked as though he's going to cause problems.
That's right, and St Helens just moving the ball short there, and Anthony Sullivan gets a couple of big hits as he falls to the ground there. Moving the ball. Carl Hammond has some big games for St Helens. Matautia, rampaging through, gets the ball away. That's good play, put it in the again. And Leeds will really have to defend against that.
That is great defence from Leeds. All the doors shut.
Ball in again. And he dropped the ball out on the line, took his eye off it. Holding's absolutely furious. And complaining that he's Paddington and Martin on the backside. And I think that we got no man to get it wrong.
Yeah, I think they're okay. We bought a substitute.
Good. And we've got spare everything here, including spare cash to buy St Helens. And referee just having a word with Carl Hammond about something that's going on there. Just to see what that's about.
And Carl Hammond was saying normally when we move the ball about like that we score tries. What's going on?
Right, so Ryan Sullivan finds Blackmore. Sterling with him, but Sterling's right out on the wrist. Poorly executed, and I blame Paul Sterling entirely for that. He was stood at least 25 yards away from Richie Blackmore when he came out of the scrum.
Didn't anticipate that at all, and that was a waste.
It's race, he was right on the touchline side. Blackmore kicked the ball to him, and he overrun it. And now Leeds have got to defend when they should have been having a 7-6 up there. So Sterling really has to work himself up, because we can't afford to spoil chances like that with St Helens. Coming away, that's the first time Leeds have been guilty of handling Hudder on the first tackle, but that was really poor play from Leeds.
Yeah. Let's hope we don't
Martin.
play the penalty.
Running across there. And a good defence again on the far side. And it needed to do. There's a lot of last-ditch tackles coming in. What's going on now? Referee again complaining about something that's going on. And I think somebody's going to be seen. And it's going to be Wayne Collins. Well, get them together, Robert Connolly, and watch both sides, because St Helens have been flapping and pulling on now. Wayne Collins spent 10 minutes in the evening, and Leeds have got a lot of problems now.
They certainly have. And that in some ways comes from the poor option from the scrum.
So St Helens, well, it's nice to see Robert Connolly, if he does send people up to this evening. He's clocked out already by putting somebody on report. And St Helens are looking to score at least a couple of tries. I would have thought now Wayne Collins is off. And really Leeds need to get the ball in their hands, and they need to make sure they complete the 7-6 and put St Helens deep down in their own quarter. Kieran Cunningham finds Bobby Gordon, building room across the field. Well, that was a forward pass, and again Robert Connolly nowhere near the ball there. Miles away to see, but a forward pass from Goulding. A little short ball, overrunning the player. Now it's a long ball out to Pellegrino. This is going to be the try for Saints. Oh, that's too simple. And again, the problem there with Wayne Collins is that Leeds are missing on in defence, and that's a problem with giving safe penalties away and not taking the chances when you've got them. So Lions hit back now with the try to Apollo Pellegrino. Leeds just switched on defence for.
Yeah, that's right. Immediate hit back. That's what we
St Helens trying to score.
we were saying earlier, let's hope it doesn't follow the same pattern as last year. It's almost the same time as last year that St Helens started their revival after Leeds had had a good opening 25 minutes. But again, it all stems from the fact that Leeds' defence was brilliant in midfield. They'd snuffed out the St Helens attack, but then on the first play of the ball, Richie Blackmore and Paul Sterling couldn't execute a drop-off. Leeds put under pressure, last-ditch tackling, Wayne Collins singed in after the players had been warned for laying on, and Saints, within what, 2 plays of the ball, scored a try.
Leeds have done ever so well there, but made all that they do and what they do kicks the conversion. I'm sure we will convert this conversion because he's just in front of the post and almost in front of the line on the card. Some leaders back to take the ball. But just watching the play now, I just hope that Robert Conley is fair and watches both sides this evening, because we've seen a few threats from St Helens that have gone unpunished. They haven't even been warned.
It does seem a little bit ironic. I know we're viewing it through the spectacles of the Leeds field, but a high tackle at one end. Leeds admittedly get 2 points out of it, but it was a blatant high tackle. Interference at play the ball, and Saints immediately come up with 6.
Successful conversion for St Helens, number 7, Bobby Golding.
The reason that Leeds have conceded 6 points and St Helens only conceded the 2 is because the referee didn't have the guts. And I say that, and I don't care who listens to me, didn't have the guts to send off Kieran coming in from a blatant high tackle, which should have been punished with a spell in the showers, not in the sin bin. And but at least we've seen the situation where if somebody is allowed to do that, then what does it say for the rest of the players in the field? Can they now execute high tackles? And if somebody ends up with a blatant jaw, is there a player sent off, or will we see him put on report? Right in the cellar. That's what we ought to see in the game, and referees need to take action early doors, whether St Helens are at the end of the match. The cellar just outside the Leeds 20. Matthew now driving the ball forward, and let's hope that hasn't taken the impetus out of Leeds. They can't afford to concede again while Wayne Collins is off the field.
I think again we've got to say that if the referee's going to be consistent, he's got to mark a fair 10 metres on both sides. And again, I know it's from Leeds' perspective, but Saints are sneaking up at the play of the ball.
Every play of the ball, there's someone offside at every play of the ball. Yes, and Harris puts the kick down through. That's a good kick from Harris, so that it doesn't go too far. But Steve Prescott picks it up 10 metres from his own line, moves the ball back, and Leeds have got the run with confidence right away, and making sure his options are clear out both on passing and everything else.
And if any team can exploit an extra man, it's St Helens.
Bradford 4, Wigan 8. There's a lady score coming in from Central Park. Matati, who's had a big game this evening, has stuck to the Western Harris, but that's a penalty to Leeds. Matati, and he's furious with himself, and so he should be. He's tackled there.
He came off the mark, he should know better.
Yes, he thought he had a good tackle, but both his elbows were on the floor, both his knees were on the floor. And I think that Western Harris is going to kick it goal. Well, it's that sort of thing, and should he was quite
Leeds score from Central Park.
Wind down the
Freedom
clock
Warriors
as well,
8,
for the time
Bradford
that
Bulls 4.
Leeds are down to the 12 men.
Western Harris is about 35 metres from the line, 35. He's just to the right of the approach this time. It's a long kick, but if he puts it in, put Leeds back in the lead. A tremendous first half for him.
Yeah, it's gone too quickly. Again, when you look at your watch and you think, where did that last half an hour go, you know you've had good value for money. And this has been a close, nip and tuck, all-action encounter. It's had a bit of everything.
Well, Bob Leeds, unfortunately, I think, to have a man in the sin bin there after what seemed an innocuous offence compared to the one from Kieran Cunningham.
Yeah, the spitting, I mean, that was definitely a bad tackle, or a close round tackle at the call, but he didn't do anything about it. Then we were under pressure because we've done 3 sets of 6s, I think, tackling all the time, and we found some of the down to
10 points to lead in the league.
It's important that Leeds hit back there and they have straight away. Normally when a side of the calibre of St Helens get their teeth into you, it's like what we're used to in the days of old. It's not one try, it's 2 or 3 that really hurts you.
Number 13.
Leeds have done well there. They've weathered the initial storm and they've taken the lead again.
10 points to lead, that is 3 from 4 on the night, 75%.
Makes the score, Leeds Rhinos 10, St Helens 8.
Chances of all they've taken as long as they possibly can before he gets his ball picked off.
Well, that's got a very old head on those young chaps.
Certainly has. He's going on 60 at the moment, as Western Harris. And they'll kick this ball really deep so that St Helens have maximum distance to come back up the field. In fact, St Helens taking it over their own line. Anthony Sullivan comes running out with the ball, and he's broken on his own 10 metres. So Leeds need to put in a good string of tackling down here now. And Pellino then comes running out. Philisan brings him down. Great defence from Philisan, who really has improved. He's probably the most improved player on the Leeds books at the moment.
Certainly one of the most consistent.
Chris Morley brought down again by Philisan and Anthony Farrell. St Helens are 30 metres from the goal line. Julian O'Neill is knocked down. Again, the St Helens made only 5 metres on that play there. Chingulen passed the ball along the line to Martin, and this is where St Helens Christian inside door. That was good play out the back door. And knocked on there, and Leeds will pick that up with Anthony Farrell, and just closes it to the tackle. That was St Helens trying to play, and it wasn't really anything. That's right. The Leeds in the line for the field. Marcelo quickly makes that 10-15 metres it takes Leeds into the St Helens after the field. Anthony Farrell. In fact, there's a penalty there. Now, are we going to see somebody in the sin bin? Let's see somebody in the sin bin.
We're certainly going to see a warning. I think this is St Helens' warning that the next time it happens is going to be a sin bin. Again, in the basic consistency, I think the penalty gap's pretty even at the moment, you'd have to say.
It's not fair at the moment. I think I've got it for you, but
I watched it a while ago, but I would think that it's near enough even to say that if one side's transgressed and the other side does a similar offence, should be the same outcome.
We're going to have great coming in from Central Park. That sounds like a good game, but it can't be any better than this one, Phil. This is a really pulsating game.
That's right, and Leeds are clinging on in there.
And I think yesterday, again he goes for the goal kick. He's 40 metres from the line, straight in the middle of the field, and again it gives you that break. Wayne Collins is just about stood up now, stretching, ready to come back on. Harris strikes it well, high speed. Straight through the middle, Leeds have got him over the ear. And the broken kick is not...
Total Malik can do with the ball in his hand. One thing we haven't really spoken about is he's a wonderful goal kick, and that's 4 tremendous kicks.
Leeds on 12 points away in the lead. That is 4 goals tonight for him.
The fourth penalty of the night for number 13 from the Rhinos. Yes,
minutes on the clock. I think Phil, you say that was about the right time.
Yeah, I'd say that we're just coming up to about 35 minutes now. I've got Wayne Collins going off on.
They've only got problems with the microphone. They're all upset on at half time. Just brings it over to St Helens. And he's tackled very much on the middle line. Leeds coming around now. And again, good defence from Leeds. And St Helens coming around, good defence from Leeds. And again, it's Paul Reeves. Looks like there's an St Helens, and really is a quality player. And coming on, shrugs off in the line. It's a good ball out to the title, but what a great tackle carrying around. It's got to be that now, it is, it's full of sound. And Morley running down now, and it's his brother in there. Just beside Morley now, tackling. Leeds need to be careful now because it's the last tackle, and Bobby Goodwin wants to put the kick in. And that's a measure of how much Saints are rattled because Bobby Goodwin's kick is deep, it's going to run dead, in goal, and Leeds can bring it up to 20 metres. We did see no Chippers, no Fernandes. Really St Helens on the corner going down in the Leeds quarter. And Leeds are about to full compliment with it.
They should be, certainly. I've got Wayne Collins should be coming on about now, but he's stood there with the 4th officials waiting for the exact time. I'd say it's about now. If Leeds have managed to work with the storm, and that would be a tremendous credit to them.
12 points to actually keep the lead. Only one man off the field against this rapid St side of the introduction, because they have certainly been under the crush and come back really well, and should even just drive forward. Collins is now on the touchline side. And this thing on his fans, Anthony Farrell's had a big game this evening.
He's worked tirelessly, and there's no absolute no Collins when I thought it was Anthony Farrell who went looking for the ball, as if to say, we may be a man down, I'll do the work for 2. And Collins is back on, and have Leeds weathered the storm.
That's a good play. This is Gibson really needs to get it outside because Sterling's put the ball forward there. And Leeds came back inside instead of going outside. This is kicks for the corner. Sterling's chasing. Sullivan's chasing. The Saints have given the ball there. Really electric now. Sullivan's really well now.
They truly are. And just as Wayne Collins returned, Leeds produced their best move of the half. Ben Harris drifting across the line, looking away. Around was Morley. Morley through the gap. Sheridan in support. Gibson on the inside. And then the kick again to the corner that caused the try. And only just scrambled dead.
Wonderful display from Leeds in this first half. There's a long way to go yet. Troy Martin's kick will find the halfway line and we'll find Damien Gibson. Gibson needs a ball back up. Come on, where's the charge tonight for the Rhinos? Because Leeds...
And again, Gibson's playing well. He's run the ball back well.
So, really a big game here. A big season going there. So, Slipper Collins on the back. Switches the play inside. And then should be the one steps telling people where he wants them to run. Inside ball from Wally, he rolls the ball so well, there's obviously so much time. Miles for a couple of tackles, 10 metres short. Oh, the ball's gone there, what's the referee saying? What's the touch should say? Miles lost the ball, furious there, Adrian, because it looked like the ball was stolen in the tackle, he certainly loose again and driving there, the ball was going to play. We haven't got the benefit of the sky roof there.
And again, to be fair to the referee, he went to the touch judge, and the touch judge that made the decision. The only, again, slightly worrying thing is that Mr. W was over the play, and the touch judge is a full, 30 metres away?
He's not 50. Building, feeds the squad, gets the ball.
And Leeds need to go in the lead at half-time. I'm looking at we're probably 2-3 minutes away from that, and Leeds have got to hold out. Psychologically, it would be very good.
It's the ball in the tackle, it's good play. Prescott, hammered down now by Leeds. Prescott died in the defence to people from Archer. Send them in the fence to ball. And now they're going to attack it for the leader with Collins. Bobby Logan is looking to run. Now they go for Golden. 3 men knocking down on the ground, and he's furious as Bobby Logan. He hates being tackled in possession of the football. Colin Martin finds Carlaman. Carlaman again looks to go himself. Can't get anyone because Leeds have led that ball in defence. Coming out, his kick comes in. And really Leeds could do with letting this ball run whenever it's going to run to him. Really good for us to pick the ball up near his own line.
And again, just steady it down. 6 tackles until half-time.
It's actually in danger of being the second round of Chile there. And working all over the Leeds player. And there's a bin in here. They're going to bin Carlaman. And he doesn't even go to talk to the referee. He walks off, but really the time to the tackle before was looking up to go. And he's got the penalty. And the penalty's at the moment 9-5, and that's a big penalty in the game, but that's really only had one foul in it.
We called for consistency from the referees, and
St Helens Simbin, number 6, Carl Hammond.
And St Helens will be starting that second half and only short. And Collins finds Matthew's charges. So Matthew's Marley, but it's Marley not Adrian Marley. Matthew dragged him another 15 metres. The cellar pushes forward. That's great play from Leeds. Collins again, and he realises that's good play from Smoky Collins. Leeds 7-4 now, leading by 12 points away, coming up to half-time. West Indies with the ball and then push the kick through. And Prescott again looks to take the ball. Can Leeds get over his own line? Oh, great play from Leeds. What a tremendous defence from Leeds. Still was up there. And the pass out of the ground, shooting it into that ball. The Saints are going to play. The Saints are going to play. Clearly lucky.
He's kicked magnificently from place kicking. He's given us the lead, but it's his kick into the corner. He spotted a weakness, and really when you're down to 12 men, you don't want to be dropping out. That's how to punish a team. And Leeds really have put in an almost faultless first half.
Gibson just knocked the ball backwards and he took the ball around the floor, and again I've never seen such the power as much. Gibson almost through the first half. There goes O'Hara for an absolutely tremendous first half display by the Leeds Rhinos.
A great opening goal to the lead right now. Leeds is 6 points away.
The score is really applied in kind of 5 to bring the scores over. Then still on the try after a great catch for the quick ball out by West Indies. 6 points to 2 Leeds led, and then 2 minutes out is another straight rally, 8 points to 2. Will Collins was sitting in and Colorado had a try while he was up the field goal. Colorado 25 minutes. We thought the Saints would come back and win there. We didn't. The Saints penalties at 2 more, 35 before they made the penalties. Leeds at their break. Leeds 12, St Helens 8.
Well done and well played.
Tremendous atmosphere in that time for shooting the ball. So that was on the 60s, even orders on the field. Not quite worked out for Leeds on the field. Looks like Carolina might have got. Just looking at anything seemed out here, but I can't see Carolina. Leeds thought it was coming up, but already Orlando thought it was held up. Sure he's coming up to it, got a good to half-time. And as I say here, tremendous first half from the Rhinos point of view. Let's hope that they can keep on there. We're still waiting for the junior teams here to finish their game. And we'll certainly be...
Goulton and Bridlington, please leave the field now. Thank you.
I think the kids enjoying themselves so much they've forgotten that in fact they to watch the big lads play.
Yes, the
Well done and well played. Well done, brilliant.
Neil informed us that Gary Schofield lads are that's probably why I didn't want to come off. Just like he said.
Yes, he really wants to come off. That was the it's great tonight. They're ready for the second half. Just check the watches. It's almost 8:30. 40 minutes away from what would be a sensational victory for the Rhinos. Surely they can't lose again after dominating that first half. Leeds feel the kick-off.
And Leeds well, we've got a very important 9 minutes now where they're a man up and they've really got to make it pay.
And the Sellers bust through the tackle there. I must get my eyes tested. That was Marcus Cinderlair, and now it's Marcella. It's in this fading light and over on the far side, they don't look exactly the same.
I know Marcus has been in the weights, but not that much.
Jamie Matthew just ploughing forward, and he's almost up to halfway from the kick-off, which is good play. Gary Nelson now will take these into the St Helens after the field. Just couldn't get the ball away to Damien Gibson. Up to the last tackle now. Sleepy Collins gets the ball back, and Weston Harris puts up a high-speeding kick. Sheridan's chasing it. Prescott's going to be underneath it. It's going to bounce nowhere. It could be something here for Leeds. And St Helens picked the ball. How the Leeds didn't get that ball, I never know. The ball was knocked forward, not backwards by a Leeds player. And St Helens had the man there who was miles behind play just to fall on the ball, but that could have been dangerous for St Helens. Robbie Goulding gets the ball out, the Leeds sliding defence comes across, and just struggling with the football. And
again, Leeds have got to remain disciplined, keep St Helens down there.
Collins, good defence there from Neil Collins. And the quickly plays the ball, coming in, goes himself into the half. That's when he's at his most dangerous.
It's only the second time he's done that tonight, Leeds have got to keep an eye on it.
He's back to halfway, pushed back there a good 5 metres in the tackle. Can't, again, dodging with the football, but he's managed to keep hold and sets up to the last tackle. Goulding's going to win the football on the last tackle. He's going to put the kick in. And very fine touch, does it?
No, Paul Snowman's decided he was going to take that, and he caught it brilliantly and came in field.
I couldn't see somebody in the crowd just returning to his seat from half-time. Really, you don't want to be missing any of this action because this is
Half-time
absolutely
substitution for St Helens, number 23, Andy Norley, replacing number 8, Apollo
Ferrell. With the football, nobody within the line. I think there's someone else to just take the ball forward.
He's shown that he can take a tackle as well.
He doesn't mind taking the tackle. Jamie Matthew again, goes in the style of Vincent of the Ladder Phillips, very much so. Plays the football again now, and Ryan should have been coming up now. Inside balls for Gary Mercer. Leeds are struggling to make ground in this set of 6. They've up to halfway.
Saints are on the tackle on the back of defence, and they've shown that it's rock solid at the moment.
Anthony Farley, that was almost a break there. Up to halfway on the last tackle, so Leeds will be looking to put the deep kick in, and yes, Elias has got the ball in his hands. Kicks it downfield, that's going to find touch. And it just ticks the clock on a bit further. 12 points to 8 Leeds have the lead then. In this second half, you've played 3 or 4 minutes. Both sides have had a set of 6. And Leeds will be defending now as St Helens have head and ball at the scrum. The scrum was in the first half, 3-1, and the penalties 8-6 to
latest score from Central Park, Wigan 8, Bradford 10.
Wigan look like they're packing down with only 3 players.
Bradford 8, Wigan 10. Good defence again from Leeds from the scrum. Just tackle was good and straight there.
And Chris joined in like that, but the referee deemed it was across the shoulder.
Johnson coming across looking for the way through. Almost through the net, but not quite good enough at the moment for Leeds. But St Helens playing the ball very quickly now. Andy Norder knocks off from Wayne Collins, still going Andy Norder. But Gary Mercer brings him down with a great tackle there, and again coming in from touch, Richie Blackmore, who's had a tremendous game in defence again this evening.
Again, he's doing loads on defence, he's done it since he joined Leeds.
And then Collins, and St Helens go there, and now Adrian Morley is tackling Cunningham, he's lost the football.
Huge tackle by Adrian Morley on Kieran Cunningham.
Now Marcella, and the knees in there. Has Marcella knocked the ball forward?
I think he has.
And it was a big tackle coming in from the top to his knees as he went down in the tackle. And St Helens had a player injured. And it could be, I think it might be Andy Norder, is it? It's number 24 for Lenny. I don't have a team sheet, the benefit of a team sheet this evening.
24 must be
Chris Smaller. So he's looks well shaped up in the tackle, but Leeds have, having got the ball back, have lost it immediately. And That's got to be a worry at this stage of the game. St Helens now on the attack in the Leeds half of the field. Leeds could really do with some points while Carlisle is off the field.
So it's a testament to St Helens' defence.
St Helens have done well. Rawlins Gregory, as he comes back, will take his place in the pack. St Helens just a one-man short, of course, and a big push from Leeds would be welcome here, but the goal works the speed. It's out to the way around there, and Prescott's coming into the line.
Hasn't gained any ground at all.
That's right, Damien Gibson, great defence, and just coming across them. Sullivan goes across, looking for the way through. No way through for Anthony Sullivan this evening.
Again, he went across but didn't make any ground.
And Andy Norder drives forward, and Norder player who I have no time for. He's looked a good player tonight.
He's made an impact in the first 5 minutes of the
Hogan again looking for the winner. Finds a winner in Chris John, gets the ball back, and he's knocked down there by number 20. Julian O'Neill, I think that is. In fact, it's Tommy Martin.
And the referee has got to give the put into Leeds here, otherwise it should have been play on.
Oh, he said that Leeds have knocked the ball down. You wouldn't believe that.
Why didn't he play the advantage?
What a disgraceful decision from Robert Conley. He was not in any position to see. St Helens knocked the ball forward in a tackle because he took his eye off the football, and St Helens get the benefit of the doubt again. Well, how many times are we going to see this evening? And then just coming forward. Leeds knocking him down. Leeds have a strong spell of defence to do now on the 20 metres. Tommy Martin, he went back to the half back. So Chris Morley forward. He's St Helens now. Here come the Bobby Golden rolling, and we're looking to bring the ball out with Chris John. That's good play. John's right back as he got the ball away. He certainly does get the ball away. And St Helens pushing strongly now. Again, it's Andy Norder, I think, over on that far side.
So he's just sat there.
So St Helens are 10 metres short. And Norder again diving and coming in. So ball away on the far side.
Julian O'Neill
pushing strongly there, but Leeds defence is over that at the moment. Bobby Golden looking to go as the dummy runner. And now St Helens have lost ground, but that's almost the most dangerous St Helens. Ball's out to Sullivan, Sterling comes to meet him, misses him. Blackmore is stepping inside. Oh, Sterling right back and then Golden is there up to the last tackle, and he can't reach all out. St Helens 10 metres from the line. Picked up, oh, what a great play from Paul Sterling. Picked up the football, took the knees as well in the second to take there. And he's coming away with Barry Mercer. Leeds are hanging on, bringing it down, they're under a 10-metre area. Paul Sterling comes away. Almost up to the 10 metres before he's got up to the 20 metres before he's got there. Clowns comes with the field, Matthew comes really straight at Chris Morley. And a big set of 6 apart to Leeds here. Right, they need to get out of it. Collins goes himself from double half. Great play from Wayne Collins. He's really asked. Oh, that's ridiculous. Come on, John. Robert Conley. Holding down in the tackle again there. Weston Harris gets the ball away there. Adrian Moore can't get through the tackle. He's looking to offload the football.
Good defence from Saints. It's the last tackle, and Leeds have only gained 15 metres.
Around the kick down for that's a great kick from Harris. That sends Prescott miles back. It may be Prescott and Lundberg, it does indeed, but Leeds won't be too worried about that because that's put St Helens right back in their own quarter.
Not bad for a 70-metre kick to get you out of trouble.
And now it's Leeds' turn to defend, and really Leeds need to be keeping St Helens down. That was great tigerish defence from St Helens.
It certainly was. He's kept that, could possibly have kept them in the game.
9 minutes. And then Northern was trying to
for the
still
Zimbabwe,
leading by 12 points to Leeds.
Carl Hammond.
Back now for St Helens. So Leeds are against the score that St Helens do the Leeds. And then I'm short.
They know that they've tied them out for later in the game.
So that's a good play for Leeds again. You can see Helens come down in the lower half of the field. The ball comes out now to Tommy Martin. Good defence over there. Barry Mercer has a big goal. Barry Mercer. Now it's Christian coming out there. Farrell brings him out. Down the park. Looking around. He gets away with the football. Alan Hunt stopping. Good goal from Ryan Collins. And this time it's a kick downfield from Tommy Martin. Leeds can watch that because that's going to run dead and goal. But it just goes in touch. Just probably 6 or 7 inches short of the far fence. So every time he just comes like heaven ball.
Jack back just the right side.
St Helens fans really cheering them, and they've all moved down at this. St Helens playing towards the pavilion end here, and really
They
doing
really need the Leeds fans to start getting behind their team now. It's a tremendous atmosphere here.
Ball picked up by Gary Mercer. Just makes 5-6 metres from the base of the scrum, which is all that's required at this stage. Western Ice finds man in the cellar, now in the cellar, a big game again for Leeds. Drags 2 men down, another 67 metres, that's good play. Matthew now can drive forward. And again, it's great organisation from Western Ice, because he's pulling people into position behind the play. Western Ice looks to go himself, takes a tackle, gets out of it, and gets it away. Blackmore now in a bit of space. And we've still not seen the best of Richard Blackmore. And again, there was something on there yesterday was never tackled. Adrian Moore pushed him forward, leads up to the last tackle, but then the St Helens out for the field. So what the Leeds do now, really look to spin the ball. Yesterday he's puts the kick in, it's a high spinning kick. Should have been chasing it, that ball's going to bounce and look in space again. It's picked up by Danny Arnold, and now he's got bags of pace. And that one is going to Richard Blackmore, and they're actually down to just outside the right corner in the middle of the field. And a penalty there for absolutely nothing. That will play for the penalty. And the referee says that Blackmore didn't go off on, so St Helens had the benefit of the kick to touch. And it was a good kick from Tanner Arden as well. That counts touch inside the Leeds half of the field. So Leeds will have a spell of defending to win.
12,683. Thanks for coming and have a safe journey home. Also a big thanks to the match sponsors, the big match host, Pro Store Limited, associate sponsor, Computer Assessment, and the match ball sponsor, Complete Computer. Thank you and have a safe journey home.
Really hard this evening, really spoiled, he really is a big man to bring down. I think the other thing as well is substitutions are going to be crucial. Neither side really has used their full hand yet. And replacements will gain down at this pace. Just takes a tackle there, Blackmore. Sullivan's running across the field, he's looking for the way forward, he can't go anywhere. I think he was tackled by Tommy Martin. Certainly looked as though he was. Coleman moves the ball out to his right, St Helens looking to bring the ball. It's Kyle Hammond, who's knocked down on the 20 metres and looked to the last tackle now. And it's going to be a kick from Wrexham, but the leader and he's closing down. Across the crossfield, kicking Sterling's underneath. Good play from Damien Gibson, who took that ball after Sterling missed it. It was a wicked kick, it was hanging in the wind. It was a beautiful kick from Bobby Goldie, one that he did so well. And Sterling cracked understandably couldn't handle it, but Gibson swept up behind. So Leeds are going to drop out, and it was a good drop out. With that man yesterday, I think they drop in the football.
Number 21, Terry Newton, replacing number 9, Wayne Collins.
So Newton's on for Collins. Leeds certainly won't lose anything at all from that. And that will time up their defence. And Leeds just drop out, goes over halfway, Chris Morley drives it back. 3 minutes on the tackle, that's tremendous defence from Leeds. Leeds come on, as it comes in field. And now there are 3 Leeds defenders again, but Leeds Rhinos up to the 20-metre line now, taking play forward. Running the play forward. And now they're going with the ball in his hands. Moves the ball out to the lines, hitching the part of attack. It's good play. Prescott looking for the run line. Hammond pulls himself forward. Big defence from Leeds. Good defence from Western Harris. Good the play for the way around. Matati goes on the short side. Brought down again. That's a nice tackle there. And he's lost the football there as he's getting it to play the ball. The referee's saying it, and that's good defence from Leeds. And Leeds are injured over there. It's full of size down for working with another tackle. Really crucial tackle. So it's still 12 points in the second half. And Leeds have the benefit of that. Putting up the scrum for the Sam, back to his feet. And that's a tribute to Seamus McCarron, who's looking on a bit in years now. He was over there almost as soon as the thing happened. The incident happened, and Seamus has just made sure it falls out. Looks like a bang in the face. I think the whole thing now, it was the blood good substitution. The blood good substitution for Jamie Matthew. So Leeds will bring in Nick Fezard. And well, not that Leeds in the attacking department, but certainly in the defence, because Matthew is a tremendous defender. He's played very well, so he missed nothing. But Fezard to be able to get around the ground, we'd like to see him straight on down running charges.
Number 17, Nick Fozard replacing number 20, Jamie Matthew.
It's good play from Nick Fezard. Sensible. A few his attention actually to it. It's sitting down with the drop out there, the doctor's going over to him. Yesterday was kicked down for Damien Gibson to chase. Damien Gibson, Steve Prescott, the Blues got the legs there. Damien Gibson's got the football. Has he got the legs on Prescott? He's turning inside out. Offside there, that's going to be offside. St Helens haven't got him there. Put the ball forward, he was just
When was the last time you saw Leeds do that from the scrum?
That was tremendous play there from St Helens. Well, Bob, can we go down with the touchline? What's the news on Jamie Matthew?
It just looks like a big one at the moment. Just the ball in the road.
It's got all the information on Radio Rhino. And Ronaldo is running the ball forward. Pushed down there, driven into the ground by Teddy Newton. Moves from the line, finds it up down. Ball's out to Chris Morley, gets through a couple of tackles. He's really playing well Chris Morley this evening.
Playing very well, possibly Saints' best player at the moment.
Coming in again, goes from the half, runs across the field. He's always looking for a way through. No way through for the Sam. That's great defence from Phillips. Wide out there. It's St Helens wide out where they like the ball, so they can spin the ball. Itachi just runs himself straight in there. Look to the last tackle again. So Leeds can expect kind of a cross field kick on the ball building again. With the ball in his hands, and it's again he's looking to taken by Damien Gibson. Good play from Gibson. That's going to be a penalty. He's in the police side of there. He's really Leeds should have a penalty there.
Still in the field of play though.
Yes, Gibson with Billy around. The referee tried it around the net. And Leeds player is dragged towards touches past Sterling, comes away with the football. And Leeds got a penalty for offside, and I think the referee just even let the penalties there. Because he really should have been a penalty the first time. I think he gave the benefit of the doubt for the fact that St Helens had played it in the frenzied atmosphere here that was 12,693 crowd and working.
They must be absolutely loving this. There's action with every play.
Sterling's injured now, but
He's on a top game tonight, Paul Sterling.
yes, indeed. And again, the fanfare coming out of the PA is absolutely driving the Leeds fans right there. Pass forward there, good tackle. Newton gets the ball away, had a good pass and picked up by Anthony Farrell because he's found space and he's running really great defence from number 20, Tony Wrighty. Newton again goes from down half. Knocked in the touch, and that was the wrong option for
Completely the wrong option, and full credit to Alan Hunt, better him out of sight. Bit of an experience there from Terry Newton on the field tackle.
Yes, Leeds should have been really looking to move that ball infield and exploit the space that was there for St Helens over in this area.
That's right, it's going to be down to mistakes, it's so close.
Leading out Bradford 12 is a score coming in from Central Park. Bobby Golden looks to feed the scrum. St Helens had 7 Evan Rolls this evening. Tommy Martin, hands on it. Hands on it, you get now, Dirk down, looks to play a bit more quicker. Moves away. If I get there, it can only have 6 can exploit it. They don't have this more on the burst and still back away. Twisting players, gets the ball away, knocked down by Phillisan. Can't get away from Danny Arnold, but he didn't do well there.
Again, a wonderful break, but Phil Hassan, full credit, held on to the ball magnificently.
He's knocked the ball down the teams because Morley looked to get the ball away to support Danny Arnold, and now it's coming also coming away from Billy Half. So really, the Leeds have been under the pressure, they haven't got the territorial advantage. And now being asked to the Newton comes forward, knocks 2 men out of the way. He's tackled 10 metres inside his own half of the field, still 12 points to 8. They've been playing just short of 20 minutes now, and it's been a tremendous second half.
It's been a wonderful game, it's been a fantastic hour.
Cut down field from Western Harris, and then splits the Saints defence. Is it going to find touch? He doesn't, because Steve Prescott can put that ball up.
Good chase there from Morley and Hassan.
He's around to make the tackles. Prescott again stepping out of tackles. We know what he's like. He's ready to go down for the field, even without his shorts. And a good play there from Steve Prescott takes play up towards before they lead him out, and he looked at the Cummins after Stroud stepping inside. And looks like that leads on that falling off the tackles now as Tony Ryan comes in field. He hasn't got the legs, he finds Cunningham's pass was forward, surely out of hand. The crowd screamed for it, the referee didn't look at all. So Ryan's with Barry out, he's got Cumming coming on that far touchline side, pushed in the touch, great defence from Leeds.
And it is all action.
This is it should be very beautiful the ball is playing.
I think this is one of the best games I've seen for many a long day. There's so many games we've seen where you've known from about the half-hour mark the way the game's going to go, but this is just sensational. And I wouldn't like to predict which way this one's going to go.
Now Leeds have the heading ball at the scrum. Danny Mercer comes on again with the scrum. And he's pushed away now, gets the ball away to Damien Gibson. Roger Weston Harris. Yes, quickly out. this job was slowing play down, and Adrian Moore in the cellar. There's a big attack on the side, beginning to feel the pressure now, putting in some big arm hits. Fazal, we don't know the Fazal, we just run into people all day with Fazal, beginning to the proverbial barnyard door. Tommy Newton goes from going half to a very sensible option for Tommy Newton. And all in the show. We saw his experience earlier on, and we saw his experience there. Yesterday, I said, is he going to drop the ball? He puts a little bit of quick for his team out there. And Prescott's tackled, but that's poor play there, because Harris was taken out. In fact, he was almost, I would say, tripped.
Yeah, I would say he was definitely impeded. He didn't have a clear run.
And Richie Whitmore, that's going to serve the referee. Anthony Sullivan comes up the middle of the field, but there we go. Good defense again from Tommy Newton and Anthony Sullivan. St Helens just using the fast men to try and get more yards. That's Danny Arnold. Cunningham again, so it's 4 drives from going half from St Helens. Up to halfway now, 4 leads men in the tackle, knocking him down. But Saints will have 6 tackles here again. We see Arnold go up the middle of the field. Big defence from Ryan in the side, up to the last tackle now. So Bobby Golden gets the ball on his hands, puts the pedal on the kick-up. It's up high spin. St Helens are not going up on that one. Bobby Golden's going up. Oh, what's going on here? And that's going to be 6 more tackles for St Helens, is it? That's the same thing as
This is a very strange decision, because one way or another somebody had to apply for it from the Leeds Rhinos.
It certainly looked like it, but he's got the orders. This is that big touch of Leeds play. And Leeds have considered themselves lucky to go away with that one. And very good to go from going half. Takes 10 metres, 40 metres from his own line, 10 metres out of the corner. Far side, bringing the ball forward now. He's knocked off on the tackle of Tommy Ryan, and another. Tommy Ryan trying to whip the ball out there, and
Fantastic run away from the corner.
Sterling goes from going half himself. And that's Leeds. Oh, that's around the neck tackle. Come on, you want it, don't you? Round the neck. And the referee says Sterling by there, Weston Harris. Gets to go himself, gets to put the ball out there. Burnley Goodson. That's not a good pass from Weston Harris. It's probably his first mistake of the night. They put Burnley Goodson under all sorts of pressure. And now it's Anthony Fallon's turn to drive the ball forward. And Leeds are up to the 6th tackle, and running over to halfway. That's a good 30 metres up the road, 30 metres. And the kick comes in from Harris. And they're going to lead up the clock as it goes down field.
I think Martin was saying that Karen was going to have to take on that one.
He's got to do it during the half. So we've been playing 23 minutes of this second half. All action hasn't been a point scored in the second half. And let's hope that when it goes up to Leeds, St Helens are having ball at the scrum. Marcelo comes off the field.
Pete Spaden, please meet his son Joe in the reception. Thank you.
Leeds are making the substitution. Marcelo comes off having a good game, and Matthew comes back on the field.
And returning for the Rhinos, number 20, Jamie Matthew, replacing number 8, Martin Marcelo.
So Leeds are defending from the scrum of the goal next to put the ball in. Picks it up. Immediately for Tommy Martin. Tommy Martin bringing Alan into. It's stepped out of the tackle. He really looks class when he's got the ball in his hands. Here's Anthony Sullivan. And the ball Sullivan running backwards at the moment. Now he straightens up. If he gets on the outside there, he goes in more with a couple of problems. Oh, look at the pace of Sullivan. Look at the pace of Morley chasing him. Great one from Anthony Sullivan. This is Kitchens really on the tackle now. On the charge, should I say. Golden with the ball in his hands. Puts a long ball out there. Back to Hammond. Hammond to Prescott. Prescott dropping off inside for Joint. There's a drop there for Joint. But he's knocked down. Good defence from Leeds again. Cunningham. Brings a man on the burst. It's 2-1 only. Knocks off Brian Sheridan. But not again knocked down from the side. He's on a big goal in defence. And then he's just outside the Leeds corner. Move the ball back towards the right hand side. Now taken to a dangerous in that position. Hits the ball back as well. That's good play. Cunningham. Can Leeds open in the line? Get him away. They can indeed. But St Helens now in that corner. And Leeds a big strong spell at defence. Bobby Golden looks to put a long pass out there. Tommy Martin. Anthony Sullivan. Oh, what a great tackle from Richie Blackmore there again. Superb defence from Blackmore. Sullivan was about to put the ball down to his reach back. Golden's kick is across field. All the St Helens players look for the charge. And that's going to be a knock on there from St Helens. So he's got away with it again for some sure.
St Helens substitution, number 10, Ian Pickavant, replaces number 15, Julian O'Neill.
Pickavant is on for Julian O'Neill.
We've seen Pickavant's can turn games. He did that against Wigan.
In danger of being pushed back over the line. And particularly good play on that occasion for Leeds. This time Sandra Fowler's not down. And Leeds really need to get some ground here and use the big man. Fozzard's the man to do it. They take 4 up to the 10 leaders. Leeds have got 4 tackles. So Newton gets the ball from Dunham. Again, knocked back and Leeds really struggling there.
Magnificent defence from St Helens on that side of 6.
So Newton struggling, gets to his feet. Plays the football now. Back to Harris for the kick. Harris long, the kick comes downfield. Prescott's underneath. Sits up lovely for him there as he takes it on the full. Brings away, tries to get away from Blackmore. Can't get away from Blackmore. Blackmore and Mercer knocking him down. Newton take the ball in the and so Leeds are down to 12 men in defence. We've seen how dangerous St Helens are when they've got a man short and Dinardi. Coming up, it's been a big stretch ball pressure from St Helens without anything to show for it. Mentality. Great defence from Leeds again there from Joe Matthew. Going again easily, everything at the moment is buzzing. It's a long ball out there for Allen. Great defence again from Blackmore. Bobby Greening looks to curl up to the first man. That's not a good ball. But Greening's not that he can make anything work from Bobby Greening. And puts it now on a flat tackle. On number 7 line Sheridan. Greening gives some extra game ball out. That's good play from sensible play from Leeds.
Everybody's working so hard for Leeds. Sharing the load.
Collins comes on the field to replace Newton. Gibson's injured this time.
I saw the players are really starting to feel it now.
Yes, and it's the Leeds players who are picking up the injuries, not the Saints. And Gibson slowly gets to his feet. McCallum comes on to see to him. Collins gets the ball back there from Matthew.
Graham Collins' organisation could be important. Glenn Holroyd rolling up, is he going to have a big say in this?
Well, they'll be running there for Western Alice. Phillips pitch up the ball now. 10 metres inside the Leeds out.
Adrian Moore just over on Western Alice. And Holroyd coming on, I think, for Sheridan.
And it's going to be Western Alice who looks to kick the football. Gets the ball out there. Kick play and it's going into touch, but that'll be the turnover because that ball certainly played them out. So not the best option for Leeds on that tackle now.
Poor option there.
Yeah,
it was Western Morris's decision to run in the west.
So now he's at the moment. Wilson Ward, the ace is on the top of the Wales corner at the moment. Element spins there, Wilson goes in there. Across the shoulder, Prescott's come forward to the referee. That's certainly started across the shoulder. So that was physios on the foot there. The referee just having a look at that shoulder with the eyes. He says that Kelly Martin has to play the football next to his feet. Just as a word of Gary Wilson.
Coming over Ryan Sheridan.
As a word of Gary Wilson, and that's
Needs substitution. Number 14, Graham Holroyd, replacing number 7, Ryan Sheridan.
So with the ball, Fury finally needs from the Leeds push. They continue win the ball with Carl Hand. The defence from Leeds they're coming down on this spot where he really got the ball with no goal whatsoever coming in. Finds Andy Nelder, Nelder runs forward. Great defence from Leeds again, but surrounds up to the 30 metre mark now. Coming in again, really up to find Bobby Goodwin. Goes himself in below half. He really is strong and really dangerous in those positions. Up to the last tackle now, so Goodwin really needs charging down before he can go anything with his kick. It's another chip over it from Goodwin. Picked up by Leeds there. By Damien Gibson, who's had a tremendous game in attacking defence this evening.
Damien Gibson's been an absolute star tonight.
Leeds under their own post where they've been for the longest second half with the ball in their hands with Damien Gibson again. Taking the ball out. Great play out from Gibson again, just going from dummy half. Mercer will do the same now. And make the hard yards up the middle of the field. He bounces off a couple of tackles and gets over that turning lead again.
It's almost impossible to believe that we've played just coming up to half an hour of the second half and we haven't seen a point yet. It's been absolutely riveting stuff.
And Mercer still gets to his feet. He's injured there in the tackle. He goes down again now.
Either injured or exhausted or he's buying his side time.
12 all now at Wigan, back for 12, Wigan 12, that sounds as good a game as we've got here. Sleepy Collins goes from dummy half. And up to the last tackle now, so Addis is in up to dummy half already, up to put the kick downfield. It needs to be a good one, it's Allred's first kick of the night. And it's a good kick as well, it puts real pressure on St Helens there. In fact, it's just about the perfect kick. this team. Cunningham's turn this time. Brought down, good defence from Leeds again. But fantastic break. Bobby Golding runs forward now. Has he got the legs to go anywhere? He's knocked down. Oh, that's a penalty release. Golding was tackled there. He'd been down on the floor half an hour. He decided to pass the football. Not to the Apple's man on the field tonight, Bobby Golding. Good.
He's had a magnificent second half as Bobby Golding. That was an error.
So he shakes his head there as he walks back and knows he's made the error. I think it was more out of frustration than anything else. And this one to kick for Leeds. And really Leeds could do it on the score for this stage of the game. I think the next score is going to win it.
Come on, we've just got under 10 minutes now. Let's get behind the line.
Matthew, and St Helens are outside at the top there, but that wasn't really Jamie Matthew. This is not took Chris Jordan off, and not many people do that. Fazard again, it's his turn. Full Chris Morris tackle, but Matthew and Cummings out, just out of the 20 metres. Collins goes himself from the half. He'll just take play sensibly into the position where Leeds can dictate play. They're inside that 20 metres, which is very important. 3 tackles to go, as 1 tackles to go, as all right fans have. And this finds
And the defence up the middle of Pickavance is very strong.
Pickavance is real. He's had a lot of tackles since he came in. Certainly has. There's the Madders again. Puts a foot through. And it's a chase here. And Steve Pearce got tackled over his own line. So Melody on the back of that. Great play there. Then Wilson of the play line. He's at Easton Ellis. He's up to the rest of the match.
Gary Ellis a chase.
So he's getting it some intelligence.
Let's get behind him, come on.
And we could do with the good away from the Leeds PA. As the ball comes out now from Tommy Nardin, it's a great kick downfield. It's going to be picked up by Adrian Morley. Stops it with his foot sensibly.
He's the right thing. One shot and just back up the defence. And he's through the first line of defence.
And Morley wants to step us up to the 30 metre mark. As Leeds turn in the top of the Rupert Collins breaks the wall from Gunny half up to the 20 metres. Leeds in the real position here for Morley to the Gunny half. Finds Weston Ellis. Got a good pass, but Weston Ellis with almost through there, Ellis. Can't get the ball away. I thought Weston Ellis was away.
Just could still get the ball away.
This is out there this time. Spots it back, goes himself and goal off. Pass forward, Wilson. Just got to bring this shot by Leeds. On the left hand side. Ellis is a first receiver. That's what you'd want in this situation. Ellis gets the ball now. Ball comes out there to Elroy. Elroy, is it his moment of goal? Another good pass from Elroy. Jimmy Matthew under all sorts of pressure. The ball goes back to Ellis. And we're going to drop it goal from Weston Ellis. They are indeed. That's straight through the middle. And after he signals, and Leeds have got a 13 points to 8 now. With a drop goal to Ellis.
And again, we were talking about intelligence. And we've now got a guy in the side that can read the play. Let's hope that Leeds haven't made the same mistakes as last week. This time they put the drop goal in. It's 13-8. It doesn't really signal anything. It just means that that is the first score after what?
33 minutes. Yeah.
And it's a drop goal from that man.
It's been a tremendous game tonight. Over there, Weston Ellis kicks the ball downfield. Tommy Ryan finds Alan Hurtado. Just runs forward and Richard that way. And he can't get any progress whatsoever. He's up to the 20 metres. Blackmore's had a solid record defence for that. Pickavance. Well, he gets the ball over the corner. Great play there from Ian Pickavance. And great defence from Leeds from Ray Collins and Anthony Forrest. Being able to exploit the back up in the middle of the field. And in order. But that's good play from St Helens now. They're up to almost the half line. Now they move off the mark. Pickavance again. Shoots off in and gets the ball back to Cunningham. Cunningham to Morgan. Now they're showing the ball. Really, there's 2 passes, 3 passes there that didn't really work. Moving 16 back for Turner. Leeds and missed a tackle. I suppose from the missed it on Chris Jones. Up to Leeds tackle now. What will Bobby Golding do? He wants a football. He's looking to put the kick. He's puts across for a kick of goal. Sonny's offside there. Richard Blackmore. Well, look, he's not getting any swept off. But I'm talking about the attention there. It's the Leeds that the ball back. He's picked up by Richard Blackmore. He uses the short side now. Leeds have been well advised to keep away from the touchline side. Lewis is injured again. It looks like Camp is rolling about in agony. And he didn't play the ball well. Leeds are really to the tackle there. As Sullivan came down from Gunny half, and this time Blackmore knocked him out of the way. And it's Paul Sturridge's daughter. Been well plugged about there by Andy Rover.
And Leeds need need to just get out of their own quarter.
Gets away from Diana, stepping back inside to the lane. He's got to get to go forward. And he's away! And all rounds in between him now. Oh, that's a disgraceful decision, David Connolly. What a disgraceful decision. He's given up crossing there, and there was no support play. And he really had to Ferguson. Didn't stop any sides by again to him.
Latest score from Central Park, Wigan 16, Bradford 12.
Wigan 16 back to 12 of Bobby Golding. That was a poor decision from David Connolly. There was no surprise play. Everywhere he went,
And what would Saints do now? Go for goal?
Yeah, I think they're right to go for goal. They're going to win the football. It's a tribute to their ability and their belief in their ability. Comes out to the short ball. Next to go inside. Knocked down on the channel. The Blues have got to struggle around the defence. Have put a great one there. Coming in finds Golding. Golding looks to go inside. Looking to straighten play up his tackle in possession of goal. Which means he's out of the play for the next ball coming in finds it. Hannon's ball is from the Tautier. And the Tautier is in there. Gets the ball away to Hannon again. He's lost the football. He's at it. And can't see what he's done on the floor there. It's really to one side. He struggles to get to his feet. And the police has got to think the really calls it the right advice to. Because we've got any calls at this stage of the game. Just give me a needless one. Plays the football. Mercer comes in now. He's still beating the 20 metres up to the 20 metre line on centre field. He's still winning 14 points to 8 with a tremendous game this has been here tonight. He's using the short side with Damien Gibson. He looks to step his way through. Can't do that. Matthew was lined up the other way. This time it'll be Jamie Matthew. And Tottenham's like a big forward running down the middle of the field. Both sides must be tired now for the tremendous defence. There's a 6-second lead. Leon's got the ball. Puts on a footed kicking downfield. And what we're doing is we're going all the way. Kicks it around on the field. And it's not that so cold. And really, 60 all out Wigan. And Bradford kick back. What a tremendous game it must be down. Coming out, not winning it was here. 14 points to 8 leads at the lead. Keep making these mistakes in their own half of the field.
That was a great catch for Pickens.
Good defence from there. All right to the goal. We need some more Pickens there. Somebody's up to the trial leaders again. Bobby Golding now. Next up, Fine Winners. Inside ball. Great defence from Leeds. St Helens. 15 metres from the Leeds now. Giant goes himself from Gunner half. Good defence again from Leeds. Keeping it over. St Helens now right underneath the Leeds post. Giants dribbling play forward. Coming in. Goes himself from Gunner half. Is he on the corner line? He's held up just short of that out. So what are Leeds going to do now? Back to Golding. Golding's up and over goal speed. Golding's got the trials in. The referee goes over. Golding's got the ball. He's in the first mistake in the second half here. Walking in a quick kick from Golding. And the referee's given the trial. It takes it to the team for India.
And then the last minute, the same as last week, Leeds are going to looks like they're going to lose to Wigan and St Helens by a point in the 78th minute of each game. And the rugby league will be such a cool game. And again, if you commit suicide,
He's going all right there. Disgraceful, well, disastrous kick. I won't say it's disgraceful. Kicks in the touch on the field and he really should have been putting the ball down. Bobby Golding takes his time and Leeds are going to lose again in the last minute of the game. Who would you believe it for?
this one helps more than last week, to be honest, because I really don't know how much more Leeds can give to keep them up with 1 point defeats.
The tries for Tottenham can be in. So he really did everything right. He didn't realise we were that close to the end of the game. The Leeds have done everything right. They're going to lose the ball again in the last minute of the game. And Bobby Golding will take down out with this kick off here, and he does right as well. There's no chance to come back, and that's really tragic because Leeds are all the races tonight. Golding takes on right, and if he will stop the clock, he won't go for the defence. All I can say is another one catch. The kick's just to the line of the post. Golding comes in now, he's got the type of goal he's going to miss this. He realises what it means to someone else. He's got out of jail time for a goal. And this is the last couple of minutes of the game again. Golding kicks now. Oh, he's missed it! Oh, he's missed it! Wow, what a beauty! What a beauty, Bobby Golding! What an acre! Oh, he's missed the ball! Oh, that's tremendous from Leeds! 13 points to 12 Leeds have it.
And the place has gone wild. Leeds can't believe it. Dean, a great victory tonight. How satisfying was that tremendous result for the Rhinos?
Well, totally satisfying, Danny. I must say that, you know, when Bobby lined up for that kick, I couldn't watch. But I wouldn't say there's any luck involved, because I think the players worked really hard. St Helens threw everything at us, and we withstood everything that they sent our way. And you know, we took our opportunities when they came. But full credit to the boys; they worked tremendously hard.
Will this go down as one of the best results in your coaching career at Leeds?
Well, it's up there, isn't it? I mean, it's only been a short career, and you know, I'm very pleased because the players have been working towards this. You know, I think in the last 3 weeks, even though we've lost a number of games, everybody's been staying positive around the club, and especially the players. And we were due this win tonight.
And was it the defensive effort that pleased you most about the full 80 minutes game?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it's always been a bugbear of mine, the defence, and you know, it's something we have been working on. So it was so pleasing to keep out a very good St Helens side.
I thought Yestin Harris had a top game yet again. His kicking game was exquisite, obviously setting up that first try for Paul Sterling.
Well, it just shows, you know, the class that he gives the side, and you know, that's what you win big games with. You win them with class players, and you know, and I was very pleased with the workman-like team we had around him. You know, and if we can sort of look to kick on from here, I think it's very important. You know, we face Castleford on Tuesday night, which won't be an easy game, no matter what anybody says. So, you know, it's a big effort for our boys to try and back up.
Major celebrations this evening?
Well, this evening, yes. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I'll even might have a couple of lemonades myself, Danny.
Thank you very much, Dean, and congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.